Shalom Aleichem, everybody. Hope all is well. Today's class is sponsored by Mordechai Yisrael Ber ben Ita Rachel. May he be blessed in all his endeavors. You also could be a sponsor of the Torah channel. Any amount you help us with is infinite. It helps us expand. It helps us work on more projects to reach other people. And as you know, we don't put any ads on our videos. No ads. We are completely supported by Hashem through you. May Hashem bless you all. Now, today's episode will be about that very topic, the topic of giving tzedakah, that giving charity, supporting others, especially, in this case, you're supporting a channel that spreads Torah, but this is relevant to all people you help with, everybody that you support, you give of what Hashem has given you to them. That is called tzedakah, kindness, charity, being justice. This is something that can save your life, can literally save your entire life. Physically, your whole life. How do we know this? I'll tell you a very beautiful story and you'll find out how we know this. Rabbi Akiva, who you all probably, or maybe not all of you, but most have heard of. But if you didn't hear of him, don't be embarrassed. It's never too late to learn about this massive tzaddik. Rabbi Akiva was a huge rabbi, a tzaddik, a righteous man, who has a tremendous story, a piece of paper I'm working on Rabbi Akiva's story, and one day, Mirz Hashem, I'll be able to share his entire story with you guys. But here, we'll give a little snippet, something that relates to today's topic from Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Akiva, my friends, was a very, very holy man, a holy rabbi who had 24,000 students. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, who we spoke about today in an earlier video, who was the author of the Zohar, the deepest secrets of Torah, the Pnimius of Torah, the inner soul of the Torah, the deepest secrets of the Torah. In the Zohar, the man who wrote this, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, was the student of Rabbi Akiva. He was the student of Rabbi Akiva. So we learn about someone from their students. So we see what a tzaddik as a student. So we know how much of a tzaddik Rabbi Akiva must be to produce a student like Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Anyways, to the point of the story that we're making this video about is Rabbi Akiva has a daughter who was walking around one day, and she was preparing for her marriage. She was engaged. She was about to get married, and Rabbi Akiva's daughter overheard these stargazers, these people who were practicing reading fortunes. They were doing idol worship, so to speak. They were doing black magic, so to speak, along the lines of these things. And they were reading all these information. They were getting all this information, spiritual information, from, in an illegal way, so to speak. Just like you can connect to the truth, you can connect to light, you can connect to Hashem in a spiritual way. There's also spirituality of the negative side. People doing black magic, people doing all kinds of stuff that we don't want to get into. But these people were doing that. And when they saw Rabbi Akiva's daughter, they said, "Oi." I don't know if they said "oi," that's a very Jewish expression, but they said the following. They said, "Wow, what a tragedy. This woman is going to pass away on her wedding day." She heard this. She heard these fortune tellers saying she's going to pass away on her wedding day, but she didn't fear at all. Why not? Because of what her father, the master Rabbi Akiva, told her, fear no evil. So she was in complete trust in Hashem. She was completely batal, completely nullified to Hashem, completely connected to the Almighty, that she feared nothing. She heard these fortune tellers say negative fortunes about her, but she was not moved by it. She was connected to the Almighty. That's how we have to be. B'ezrat Hashem, and only good things. And next what happened was Rabbi Akiva's daughter took a pin out of her hair and she put it into the wall. Boom! Put it into the wall, that's where they would put their pins in the wall. Imagine like a bulletin board, but it wasn't a bulletin board, it was the wall. And the next morning when she would get up, she would put the pin back in her head. But when she got up in the morning, she pulled out her pin from the wall and she noticed a poisonous snake came out of the pin with the pin. Meaning that when she put her pin into the wall, she killed a tiny but extremely poisonous snake with that pin. Who was waiting for her in the room. She put it to bed, put it down. When this happened, she was ecstatic. She realized what miracle had been performed for her, what miracle the Almighty had done for her. And she remembered, this was, by the way, on her wedding night, the night before her wedding, the day of her wedding. When she woke up in the morning, it was her wedding day. And this is when she pulled the pin on the wall with the poisonous snake with it. She realized the fortune that was happening. She realized she's been saved. What did she do? She called in her father, Rabbi Akiva. She said, Tati, look what happened. What did Rabbi Akiva say to her? Rabbi Akiva said, oh, what a miracle. A clear miracle had been performed. She said to her, what did you do? What did you do? You had to have done something yesterday. She said, no, I did. The only thing I really did was a poor person came. We were preparing for the wedding, and a poor person came into the hall and had nothing to eat, and he was starving, and he asked for some food, and no one paid attention to him except me. I heard what he said, and I gave him my portion from the wedding, my meal portion from the wedding. I gave to him. And Rabbi Akiva said, there we have it, folks. Tzedakah tatzil mimavet, which means charity saves from death, or as it says in the translation, charity saveth from thy death. So we see clear words of wisdom from Rabbi Akiva, that in action, a story to prove it, that giving charity saves one from death. And if it saves you from death, how much more so does it save you from all little struggles in life? Health issues, God forbid. Financial problems, God forbid. Marriage problems, all these type of problems. Charity redeems us from them. Let's give. Let's be open. Let's open our hearts, open our minds, open our pockets to the Almighty. Because we know, by the way, when you give charity, Hashem promises to reward you for your charity. That whatever you give charity, you're going to get much more back. You only gain. You give of what Hashem has given you, you only gain. Hashem is a giver that keeps giving. He doesn't lack. Hashem can keep giving without lacking. So, I hope this video was interesting for you guys. We see the words of wisdom from Rabbi Akiva and his holy daughter. And we see that Rabbi Akiva, 24,000 students, one of them being Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, the massive Kabbalah master, beyond words, the tzaddik. Both of these tzaddikim are like the leaders of the generation, the Moshe Rabbeinos of their generation. Also, many other notorious students of, famous students of Rabbi Akiva are Rabbi Meir, Rabbi Yehuda Bar Eli, and many, many more. So let's become students of them. Let's become students of our teachers. Let's become students of the Rebbe, the Chabad Rebbe, the leader of our generation. Let's become students of all the Rebbeim, all the tzaddikim, all of the Hasidic masters, all of the Torah masters, all of the Gemara, Tanaim masters, all the prophets from our Torah, from Moshe Rabbeinu, from our Avos, Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. Let's become students of them. Let's become students of the Almighty, because we know that Hashem is giving us so much wisdom. We just have to taste of it. And here we learn today, folks, the main message: Tzedakah tatzil mimavet. Charity saves you from death. Hashem bless you all. Thank you so much. You can help support us. You can give charity to the Torah channel. Any amount is infinite. And you can like, share, comment, subscribe to help share this message. Thank you so much for everything you guys do. All the support you guys are making the Almighty excited beyond words. May Hashem bless you all.